But we're going to be getting into this game number 1. We are going to be seeing the Daisy and the R.O.B. I love that Daisy ult. It looks so nice. I'm a big fan of the like black and red just as a color scheme. And already we're seeing, I'm surprised that up throw hit.
Ooh, and actually getting hit by the gyro, Sora J opting to drift closer to the stage, having the turnip no longer in hand, but getting that last hit of the down air. And I love the use of these up airs. Personally, that disjoint is working so many wonders for Sora J. It's, in my personal opinion, one of Daisy's best moves. But no longer having the turnip, Joe trying to approach with some of these nairs, hoping that one of them finds its marks as he is sent to the other side of the stage, and it's not actually going to be the gyro to take that stock. Sora J up in the lead.
For sure. We've been getting some really projectile-heavy matchups here, but seeing these projectiles come out from both sides, Joe's been doing a really good job just constantly putting pressure on Sora J the way, you know, you would expect from R.O.B. And I like the up B out, not getting caught by that down air, able to drift back, you know. Sora J's luck with these turnips is insane. Because I remember yesterday I saw Sora J pulled like 2 bombs in one game.
Oh, but you don't need luck to get an up smash like that, especially when you've got the gyro on the other side. Joe with that setup. And look, you get the winky face already. She's just been so consistent with the way that they've been able to pull all of these good turnips. Great Peach Bomber there in order to recover, reestablishing the center of the stage as well, and putting even more shield pressure onto Joe, who is now forced to recover with less gas in the tank.
For sure. Sora J's just been putting the pedal to the metal on Joe here with not too much of a response, honestly. It's just been very dominant neutral here. And honestly, what I really would want to see is that, like, just as a fan here, I'd love to see these turnip combos, but with gyro.
Well, we did see the gyro previously. It wasn't what took the stock, but a great landing back here like that is going to be what takes another one from Joe. He's going to try to seal out the stock as quickly as possible from the ledge. He doesn't want Sora J to get any of this extra credit. Good air dodge from Joe in order to recover, not giving any fewer iframes than what Sora J needs. Okay. Oh, not going to be able to punish with the up smash either.
Insane mash. I could hear Sora J mashing like through the headset. That was insane.
I don't usually hear people mash that quickly either. That was extremely precise. You know, only something that you get from playing against R.O.B.
Yeah, just absolute panic. I wonder how much we spend on controllers over here. But landing against R.O.B, kind of just letting it happen, kind of a monumental feat here. Joe looking a little lost here, not able to find the up air. Sorely needed to take this second stock off of Sora J as we both make it back to ledge. And yeah, we're just not finding anything we need here.
Ooh.
They're still not doing it.
Great counter there from Sora J. Going to be living yet another stock. Not going to be finding the mark with that up smash, but trying to recover. And this could be monumental for Joe because especially now that he is getting a little bit more rage, he wants to end this stock, but it's going to be Sora J with the 2 stock, that back air, leading him into game number 1.
Yeah, brilliant catch there, just weaving in between the projectiles. You know, they're going to be hard to punish, but if you do have your timing down, I think was aided by the float. I could be wrong. You weave in there, you find that back air, that's going to be your game number 1 here. Going to be saying the same characters. I don't expect either of these players to switch.
I want to point out for that final interaction that R.O.B is a character who does very well off stage, and to some extent so does Daisy, but to be able to call out R.O.B with a back air like that just means that, unfortunately for Joe, he was going way too linearly for a character like that. What a string already, and it's going to be the top of the up B to take that first stock. Sora J is on a rampage.
These are like, I can't describe these any other way other than these are like jump scare combos. You get hit by turnip one time, and then all of a sudden, no, actually, it's like 5 times.
No, look at that.
Face? Check the tape. Check the tape. This is kind of crazy. Picking it back.
Double toss with the Stitch, already 70%. Joe's going to try to be using some of that rage to his advantage, but if he can only get back to his feet, Sora J not allowing him, finally going to be able to get the nair over that up smash. Having Sora J off stage, this could be big for Joe, and he got interrupted by the up B. He wanted that dare so badly.
Yep, the parasol poking through the stage so far, just absolutely denying. I feel like that could have been an F smash there. Getting the roto arm, that is going to be taking it. I feel like if you're Joe, you really gotta play super offensive. Just don't let Sora J pull turnip ever. Because like these neutral interactions without turnip have honestly not been going too terrible for Joe. You just gotta like watch out for the moves that that Sora J is throwing out here. Like,
I also want to point out that Sora J has been putting an immense amount of shield pressure onto Joe. There is not a time when the two are on stage that Joe's shield is not looking sparse. And that's also very important to the Daisy win condition, because you don't want him to, like, you want him to be so afraid that, like, at any point that he shields, it's like either you're getting a grab or you're getting something like a down smash. Not going to be enough to take the stock. But with the turnip in hand, with Joe opting to recover super high, trying to stall out as long as possible, just get caught in a checkmate like that, because you get the Saturn. All right, let's get a shield break.
Now, I like how you were talking about shield pressure, but now that Saturn's on the field.
Oh no!
Oh.
No!
W bait actually. Only getting stock lost and only getting 31% on the board for that. Well, okay, it's 64 now. A bit of a funny interaction there, but Sora J sort of coming out on top. You lost the stock, but you're still up.
Yeah, and especially being able to to find the good side in that, I suppose. And it was not a bad trade from Joe either, because they're at the same percentage, same stock count. This could be really big for him if he's able to make anything off of this ledge. That Peach Bomber going to be sending them back to safety and getting the tail end of the dash attack, keeping Joe in the corner once again. But with the gyro, it's not going to be enough to get the important setup that he needed. He has to be so careful now from the bare fair could do it.
Yeah, this mash from Sora J has been insane. I can hear it. Okay, catching the air dodge, though, is Joe. We do get a game on the board. Insane back and forth from these players.
Yeah, I want to highlight the difference specifically that earlier match that we saw that was insane. Sora J was at like 30%. This was 90%. That is a Peach near kill percent. So the fact that it takes a little longer to get out of a match like that, and Joe was expecting the air dodge, so he was ready with the up smash. That's a big difference from what we saw previously, and it's what I mean in a scramble situation like that. It can literally mean the difference between winning and losing the game.
This is true. Although, that being said, there are dimensions to R.O.B down throw, because if you don't mash, you don't get out in time, then the up smash just doesn't catch you. So that is a bit of a 50-50 that, unfortunate air dodge from Sora J there. But like I was saying, it is a 50-50 that you're kind of losing by very obviously mashing. We are making this deficit back, though.
Yeah, the turnips are something that Sora J has been using really well to be able, I mean, especially because you're playing against such a big body character like R.O.B, it's really easy to get like a triple toss, even a quad toss sometimes. Great landing fair from Sora J, sending Joe back off stage, who is opting to recover high once again, wants to find some respite on that upper platform, but Sora J is not going to be making this easy for him.
Yep, sending a volley of produce Joe's way, gonna actually successfully beat. Is that another stage phase?
Yeah.
Me oh my. Okay, shielding it, taking a lot of shield damage in the process, putting another projectile.
And a wink right after the Stitch phase. Are we serious?
Not finding the up air. Sora J able to DI out.
It was such an unfortunate thing because Sora had the parry, but Joe still able to get the up smash because she just didn't hold it for long enough. The multi-hit of the up smash just wasn't able to get that. But Sora J, having Joe already at 87%, wants to look for the stock at the ledge.
For sure. And I do want to point out we are in losers. We are trying to do well in this bracket, so I can definitely understand the pressure is on. We might be flubbing some inputs here and just making some incorrect choices. That's probably what would explain the air dodge first stock and then that jump there. But to Sora J's credit, they've been doing a really good job of pulling it back like every time, because Joe is at ledge here, very primed to get hit by a back air like that one. And Sora J, doing a really good job here of just applying pressure, not really letting the deficit get to them, and we're finding these hits. They're just not killing because we're not getting them where we need to be.
Yeah, that was, again, at the ledge, and then, oh, actually going to be getting the Peach Bomber into the gyro, but it's not going to be enough. That air dodge, really unfortunate situation here for Sora J, because that up air is going to be enough to seal out the 2-stock for Joe. That's sometimes you forget that Peach is such a floaty character because she's a very movement-oriented character that when you're up high like that and you air dodge straight away, it puts you in a very precarious position, especially against a character like R.O.B who loves his up airs.
This is true. Joe wasn't able to find too many of them, but we found the one where it counted. Excuse me. Now, I was gonna comment on okay, small battlefield. Right, because I saw they were on FD on mainstream. I was like, huh. But this is not that. We are going to this game number 4 here. Pretty even start, I would say.
Yeah, we are seeing a lot of these parries from Sora J going to be able to close out the distance really well between themselves and Joe, and forcing Joe to go to these upper platforms as well. Finally having that little bit of a trade between the gyro and the turnip, but center of the stage once again. I'm seeing that Joe is still ripping these fairs, ripping these nairs, but off stage, the fair coming out from Sora J, and he's going to be recovering high once again so as not to deal with that ledge.
And very fortunate for Sora J, the up air did cause Daisy to drop the dot eyes. That is, I think, the second strongest?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. I only know because that's little fun fact, the 100% like guaranteed pull that you get in a home run contest. Getting these strings here, but ooh, great up smash from Sora J to take this stock number 1.
Look what turnip they have in their hands too.
Okay.
Going to be gone once again, but not forgotten. Joe, oh my, in succession?
And throwing it away again. Okay, normal smiley face. Luck is smiling on Sora J here, even as we get hit by that there twice.
Sora J is doing a pretty good job at holding on to this third stock, I have to say. Joe's shield starting to look a little sparse as she's been doing a really great job at pressuring him, even on the ledge. Going to be successfully making it back, but was expecting a fair, I imagine.
Yep.
Putting out the counter just in case, and that gyro is going to be taking away the full rage. But at 108%, this could be a very doable stock for Sora J.
Yep, and noting on the shield pressure, that is kind of as a result of Joe's been playing very defensively in these past couple games, just relying a lot more on the shield, throwing out Nair and Fair, which aren't the most committal options here. Getting caught out by the Fair, actually, just barely by the looks of it, and retreating to the actual ozone layer to escape this pressure from Daisy. Gonna be finding a way back to stage. Sora J gonna make it tough though. Fair's coming out.
Yeah, at 170%, this is past kill percent for a character like R.O.B, but still looking at this side of the stage, it is going to be dash attack to take it away. We're looking for those good turnips once again, successfully able to make it back to this side, and we have the up tilt, actually down tilt, and air dodging away in order to avoid that down air. Joe does not want to get any sort of extra credit for Sora.
Definitely not.
Although
as we're saying that, yeah. These combos have been really flashy from Sora J, but Joe's just been able to play pretty consistent neutral, get the counter hits over time, really keep the game even. And in this case, favorable for Joe. Sora J pulling out all the tricks in the book with this defensive playstyle that Joe's been coming to rely on in these past couple of games has really been paying dividends. Ooh. Arm catching the roll.
Yeah, that looked for a moment as though Sora J wasn't going to get caught by that because she was able to find the center, but it is going to be the dare to make it back. Such a strong move, especially through that side of the platform.
Yep. So Joe sitting 150 on our last stock. definitely going to be a rough situation here. And getting caught by the back air is Joe. We got another Game 5 on our hands. This has been a really interesting past couple of sets.
I think that we can say that for sure. Joe seems to be starting to find his momentum a bit more, especially since he was able to take the second and third game. But Sora J still fighting back extremely well. And even in these, I think that what Sora J has excelled at is forcing a lot of these corner situations, especially forcing Joe to recover high, not giving him a chance to really set up either. You forget sometimes that Daisy is almost as good as of a boxer as R.O.B is.
Yeah, you have really... Oh, wow. Getting the 0 to death combo is Joe. I feel like every R.O.B set, there's like a government-mandated one that they have to hit. So, pulling that out, Game 5, where it matters. But Sora J making up this deficit. Okay,
Oh.
a bit overzealous there, but gonna be making it back safely. Very tactical reopening of the parasol there. Ooh.
Yeah, not going to be losing the stock for that either, but finding the winky face and continuing to put some of the shield pressure onto Joe. And a perfect parry there, actually, from the gyro, able to try to set it up a little bit more, but these landing nairs for Joe going to be changing the game a bit. And having Sora J in the corner, this could be really big for Joe to get an early lead.
For sure. Sora J finding back air on that roll there, looking for another Joe tactically saving that air dodge. Gonna get caught by the down smash though. We're just going from one corner to the other here.
Yeah, and they are trying to keep Joe in these corners as much as possible, especially with this full rage. Doesn't want to give him the chance to get any more extra credit than 76%. That landing back air is going to be what does it. Joe having a pretty healthy amount of damage on Sora J though.
Yep, but Sora J...
It's going to be gone in an instant.
Yeah, pulling it back. It's kind of a... It's rare to see because this is a very technical skill heavy character, but the way this damage is racking up with these Daisy combos, getting caught by the back air, but I was gonna say, kind of feels like Kazuya sometimes.
Yeah, El Diablo making an appearance, finding that back air, and all the way on this upper platform, you can see Sora J just sort of drifting in and out with these fares in such a precise placement as well. Great C-drop at the ledge as Joe recovering high, and that could have been a back air for Sora J. The air dodge going to be saving Joe as he is forced to recover high to the other side of the stage. That nair coming out to save his life as he's trying to trip up Sora J.
And dash attack not quite killing, just kind of sending us, kissing the top blast zone a little bit here. Sora J trying to find anything here, setting up for the back airs, trying to find a dash attack. Joe just not letting it happen. Showing really good awareness of like the specific kill options that Sora J is going to be going for here. Getting caught by the back air, but you know, got 43% on in extra credit and counting. So definitely not a bad stock loss there for Joe.
Yeah, and especially because he's already got Sora J on this side of the stage, you know he is going to be searching once again, but you know, easy come, easy go. It's these advantage states change so rapidly in such an explosive matchup as this one. Great landing nair from Joe, going to be reestablishing himself at the center, but with these turnips in hand, Sora J is making himself such an impossible moving target.
Yeah, a really threatening one at that, because these combos are very consistent. Sora J is a very known labber of this game. You can see it through the gameplay, so like any percent, we're probably going to have a window.
Oh!
Okay, Sora J kept the jump. We are both alive. Very scary position there, as Joe is now stuck at ledge, at risk of... that probably meant to be a back air.
Successfully able to get the F smash, but it's not going to be enough to take the stock. The up air from center stage, the lighter character is going to be the one to lose out that game number 5. We are on the edge of our seats as Joe is successfully able to take that one.